Good morning to everyone. In the last class, we have discussed about session method, the differences between call transaction method and session method. Okay, and today we will go for LSMW and application server. In real time, uh, sometimes we cannot fetch the data from the Excel sheet. They will maintain the data in the application server. We are maintaining some servers, right? Database server, application server, presentation server, like that. So like that, they will maintain the data in the application server at runtime. So whenever I am executing the program at that time, I want to pick the data from the application server. The transaction code for the application server is AL11. AL11. So these are not the folders. Okay. If you take our computer, so this is one dictionary here. I mean, one drive here. Okay. So in this C drive, I'm getting something folders like this. Okay. If I double click on something folder SAP, I'm getting one more folder. I'm double clicking on one folder. Okay. I'm getting some more folders here. Okay. In the same way here also we can see that a directory here. Okay. And here if you see here uh, computer, local disk C, SAP, SCN, like that it is coming. If you click here, if you see C semicolon slash SAP slash S double C and 20 something is coming here. The same way here also. Okay, they have created some folders like this. Okay, F drive. The F drive USR is a folder and SAP is one more folder in that one, and S for H is one more folder and D34 is one more folder and data is one more folder in that one. Okay, so like that they are giving something name for that one. Here dir underscore ETRE, they are giving something name for that location. Okay. For example, I'm taking this one F underscore URS slash SAP slash CCMS. If I double click on this one, okay, if I double click on this one, for example, this like this, okay, something CONF or CONFIG configuration is there. If you double click on it, okay, something files are coming. Okay, something files are coming, right? The same way, if I double click on this one, okay, so inside that one, okay, something folder, something name, something files are there. Okay, S for H 34 and S for J 00. If I double click on that one, this is a file. Okay, this is a file. If you double click on this one, okay, something DSR something is coming. They are not maintaining any data there. If you see here, so like this they are maintaining the data. Okay, in application server they are maintaining the data. Okay, so here from application server we have to fetch the data. Sometimes the end user will ask, "Okay, I don't give you any Excel sheet. I will maintain the data in the application server. You can take the data from application server." Okay, they will tell like that. At the time, how can we pass the data to the application server and how can we pick the data from the application server? Fine, I will take this one because this the length is very small here. That's why I'm taking this one. Okay, otherwise, this is also small directory. I am taking this one. 1 minute. uh, I'm taking this folder here. Okay, the C drive USR is the folder. Okay, in that folder, SAP is one more folder. In this folder, PUT is one more folder. Okay, I'm taking the file path here. Okay, I'm just copying the file path. Now I will come to one program. Okay. So I have created one program in AC38 transaction. Now, so in this folder, I'm double clicking on this PUT folder. Wrong order calls. Something is a problem in this one. I will take this one. Okay, I will take something this name. Okay, I'm copying this one and I will come to the program and here just I'm pasting the file location. Okay, this is the file location. I'm copying from here the file location. Okay, here I'm not providing any file. This is a folder. Okay, this is the folder location. Now, what I want here? So if I double click on this folder, okay, I'm getting something folders here. I'm not getting any files. How can we get to know is there any file or not? Okay, so if you see any file here after the name, something for example, if you are taking any text file, okay, if you are taking any text file, file name .txt will be there. Okay, if you are taking an Excel sheet, okay, file name that Excel sheet name .xls, like that, something dot what type of document it is, that type will come here, but the types are not coming, only names are coming here. Okay, here I want to add. Okay, here I want to add something on text file. Okay, I want to add something text file or dat file like the document file. Okay, how can we add the file in the server application server? Here I'm providing the name as something sjf.txt. Okay, sjf.txt I'm providing the name. Here I am not maintaining any declarations. Okay, if you want to, for example, in our server ECC server, so how I have to declare the data field, data lv underscore path type char something 128 something like that I have to declare, right? But I'm not declaring here the lv underscore path directly. I am passing the data like this, data lv underscore path equal to, I'm something passing something file path here. This is the ABAP, this is the ABAP 7.4 version. If your ABAP server, ABAP layer is greater than or equal to 7.4 version, then it, it can allow something inline declaration concept. Okay, inline declaration concept means it not required to declare the declarations. Okay, directly we can pass the value into the variable at that time only. Okay, here I am passing data of LBN square path. At this time only, LBN square path will declare like one variable. Okay, it will declare one variable and it will contain the value also. Okay, both things are possible in a single line. Okay, now I will uh, uh, take something internal tables or work areas like that. Select star from T001 into table at the rate data of IT T001 up to 10 rows. Okay, here I am not declaring the internal table IT T001 because the server, the application server is ABAP, the ABAP server is ABAP 7.4 ABAP 7.4 and I am this is a HANA server. Okay, HANA server. So I can use the inline declarations here. Inline declarations means not required to declare the internal tables, work areas, variables like that directly. We can take in the set queries or we can directly pass the values in this way. Here I am providing at the date data of ITTW01 means automatically it will declare the internal table here. Okay, how it will declare the internal table and which fields it will declare the internal table? A star I am taking. Okay, star I am taking. Star means all fields will take from TW01 table. Okay, like that I am taking the data and work area also. Work area here I am not declaring anything. Okay, I will declare it later. Okay, I'm getting something data into one internal table that is ITTW01 and up to 10 rows, 10 records. I'm fetching the data from TW01 table. Okay, now I will open this one. Okay, so F1, the folder is there, right? F user, SAP, S for S4H, S5S. So up to here, this is the folders. Okay, the F drive, USR is the folder. SAP is one more folder in this one. Okay, and S for H is one more folder in SAP. Okay, and S5S is one more folder in S for H. Okay, and SJF. I am creating this SJF file. Okay, I am creating this SJF file. Okay, so if you want to pass the data in this SJF underscore text, okay, then we have to do like this. Open dataset. The dataset name here LB underscore path I am taking. Okay, dataset name means the dictionary. I mean the path, the file path I am taking here. Here LB underscore path I am taking. Okay, LB underscore path means I am indirectly taking this one F semicolon user semicolon SAP slash like that. Okay, I am taking this one. The file name is SJF, sjf.txt. Encoding default output. I think the syntax is different here. One minute, I will check now. This is the syntax for the opening the file. Open dataset, the file name. The file name is SJF. Where it is locating? It is locating here. The F folder, USR is the F drive, USR is the folder in that one. And in that one, SAP is one more folder. And S for H is one more folder. And SYS is one more folder in that one. So in that SYS, I am taking SJF the text file. Okay, I am opening that file now and I am closing here. Close dataset LB underscore path. I am opening the file and I am closing the file here. Okay. So in between of these two things, we have to write the code. Okay. And here I will type if condition. If size of RC equal to 0. Means, so if the file is open, okay, if the file is open, then I'm checking here if size of RC equal to 0 or not. Okay. After that one, here I will loop the data. Loop at IT TW01 into data of work area TW01. Okay. Here I am not declaring any work area. Okay, directly I am declaring like this. Okay, directly I am using loop at IT TW01 into data of work area TW01. Okay. So at that time only, okay, in the looping statement only, it will declare the work area TW01. Okay, the structure is IT TW01. Based on the structure, the work area is declaring here. Okay. So if you are confusing here, I will declare the internal tables and work areas like that. Okay, data IT TW01 type table of TW01. Here TW01 type TW01. Okay, I am declaring the internal table and work area here, and I will remove the inline declaration concept here. This is the old way only, old method only I am writing here, and here also data I am removing because I already declared the work area. Inline declarations are not required now. Okay, so I am declaring like this. Now save it, check it. Is there any problem? In mode was expected. I am copying this one in the Google. I am copying this one. I will paste here. Okay, in mode is this one. Okay, fine. Now I'm checking this one. Is there any problem or not? There is no syntactical error. Okay, so here I'm opening the file. In that opening file, I'm looping the data. Loop at ID TW01 into work area TW01. Okay, and after that one, I have to move the data. Okay, I have to move the data from work area TW01 to this file sjf.txt. Right. So here I will transfer the data. Okay, transfer work area TW01 to the file path lb underscore path. Okay, let me check is it correct or not. Okay, so it's correct only. Now activate it. So it is activated. Okay, it is activated. Now I will execute the program in the debugging mode, and before that one you have to check. Okay, in SYS, okay, in this folder HAF text is there or not. Okay, in application server I am checking that file is available or not. So this is the file location. Okay, this is the file location user SAP SPRH and SYS. Here I am double clicking. Here is there any HAF? No, HAF is not available here. Okay, HAF is not available here. Now I will execute the program. Okay, execute it. Here the cursor came here and LB underscore path. Okay, I am double clicking on the LB underscore path. I am getting something folder names like that here, and click on F5 button. Okay, if you see size of RC value is 0, means the file is open now. Okay, the file is open now. Now I am passing the data. I have to pass the data in this HAF file. Click on F5 button. I am looping the data and I'm transferring. Okay, so here 10 records are coming in this internal table. Okay, 10 records are coming. So the first row I'm moving the data to the work area. Okay, I'm moving the data to the work area by using looping statement. So the work area data I'm passing to the internal, HAF. HAF is a file here. That file is available in the application server. Click on F6 button. Now the size of RC value is 0, means the above line is executed successfully. Okay, so like that it will loop 10 times. 10 times it will loop. Because 10 records are available there, so it will loop 10 times. Okay, close dataset again. Now the program is closed now. Now I will open the application server. Okay, here I am coming back. One more time I am double clicking here. If you see hjf.txt is coming here. Okay, hjf.txt is coming here. If you double click on it, see the data is coming like this. Okay, the data is coming like this. This is the data from the T001. I have taken the data from the T001 and I am passing the data to the application server. Okay. So in this way we can pass the data to the application server. Fine, this is okay, fine. Okay, so now I'm passing the data to the application server, means I'm saving one file. Okay, I'm saving something file in the application server. That is okay. Now I want to read the data from the application server. Okay, I want to read the data from the application server. That is the main concept. Okay, so actually this part will done by end users. Okay, they will maintain the data. They will create one file. In that file they will maintain the data. Excel sheet data they will maintain here. Okay, and after that one we have to read it. Okay, we have to read it. How can we read the data here? Okay, from the application server, how can we read the data? Fine, and here I will copy this line and I will keep the code comment. Okay, this is for save file in application server. The transaction code for application server is ALW1. Okay, so in the application server I am saving the file. For that one, this is the logic. Okay, now I have to read the data. Read data from application server. For reading the data in the application server, so I'm using same thing, open data set. Okay, open data set and the path name. Okay, where the file is locating. The file is locating here. Okay, user SAP SPH SPS and HAF.txt. This is a file. So in this file, for here in here output is coming, right. So in place of output, we have to take input. Okay, so we are taking input. Okay, we are taking input from the application server. So here output I am taking. Okay, we are giving something output to the application server, and here I am taking something input from the application server. So input and output. Okay, these the word will change here. That's it. Okay, syntax is same. Syntax is same. So if you want to pass the data to the application server, then you have to take here output. Okay, if you are reading the data from the application server, then you have to take here input. Okay, input in text mode, encoding default. Okay, this is the standard syntax here. We have to use this same thing only. And here end loop. Sorry, close data set. Okay, close data set LV underscore path. Now, now I have to check size of RC. I mean, it is. The file is open or not. I don't know exactly. Okay, so I will check here if size of RC equal to 0 or not. If size of RC equal to 0 or not. Okay, and after that one, the data is coming. Okay, the data will come into HAF, right? Now I have to move the data to the internal table. Okay, here select query is there, right? I will keep it in comment. This one also. Okay. I'm just declaring the internal table, but I'm not passing the data in the internal table. Okay. Now what I will do here? Here I will take do. Okay. What is the use of do? I will let you know. This is like looping. Okay. Looping. So in the internal table, if you want to loop, then how many records are available? Okay. How many records are available in the looping statement? We don't know exactly. At that time, we can go for loop. Okay, in the internal table 10 records are there. Okay, next time I will take 20 records. Next time I will take 30 records. I don't know how many records are available in the internal table. So at the time we will go for loop. Okay, do is coming here. Do also same like loop only. Okay, do also same like loop only. But here, if you want to loop 5 times, okay, in the internal table 20 records are coming, but I don't want to loop 20 records. I want to loop first 5 records only. Okay, so at that time, so do 5 times, do 6 times, do 10 times. So like that we can give the condition here. Okay, so 5 times only, 10 times only we have to loop the data, loop the internal table. In that case, we will go for do and undo like that. Okay, and here I am taking do only here. Okay, so if you take loop, okay, if you take loop, then what will happen? We have to provide the internal table and work area. But here I don't have any internal table and work area. I am taking the data from the application server. That's why I am taking do here. Okay, do here, and here I will write size of RC. If size of RC equal to 0, else. Okay, I'm looping the file SJF file here. Okay, if the data is available, then I want to move the data. Okay, I want to move the data. First of all, I have to write one syntax here. Read dataset LVN square path. I think so. 1 minute, I will check in Google. I didn't use this one till now in our real time. So we have to practice frequently. Otherwise, the situation will be like this only. Okay, we will forget the coding, how to write this one like that. Okay, here they have given like that. The do statement they are taking. So in this do read dataset file name into something work area they are taking like that. Fine. Where is it? Read dataset the dataset name into work area T001. And here if size of bus equal to 0, in each and every line I am taking size of bus. That is important here. Okay, I am checking the data is coming or not. Okay, if the data is coming, then append work area TW01 to IT TW01. Clear work area TW01. Okay, now save it. Check it. Is there any problem or not? No. Activate it. It's activating. Okay, now I will execute the program. I'm keeping the breakpoint here and I will execute the program. Okay, click on execute button, and here click on F5 button. Data is coming to the open data set for input. Okay, means I'm taking something data from the file. The file name is this one. Okay, ajf.txt is the file name. Now click on F5 button. If you can check here, size sub value, size sub equal to 0, then only we have to go inside. Otherwise, not to go inside. Not required to go inside. Okay. Now click on F5 button. Size sub value is 0, so I have to read the data. So go inside of that one. Now here do I am taking. Okay, do I am taking. Okay, click on this is a looping. Okay, looping. Click on F5 button. Here also size sub is 0. Okay, click on F5 button and read dataset I am taking. I mean, I am passing the data to the work area TW01. If you double click on it, so something data is coming like this. Okay, something data is coming like this from the uh, ajf.txt application server file. Okay, click on F5 button. Click on F5. ITTW01 is coming. So if you see here, one record will move here. Okay, one record is coming like this. You can cross check. You can cross check in the uh, this one application server also. This is the ajf.txt, right? If you double click on it, so what is the first record? First record is this one. Okay, something wall drop is there. Wall drop is there. Okay, this is the data. Right. Click on back button. So how many records are available in the data set? That many of times it will loop here. Okay, that many of times it will loop here. See, end is coming. So one more time it is going to the do here. 29, the cursor is coming to the 29. Okay, there is no limit here. I'm not giving any limitation, so it will loop and loop only. Okay, and I'm giving something condition. Okay, size sub rc. If it is not satisfying, I'm exiting from the looping. Click on F5 button. This is second record, so the data will insert. See here, 2 records are coming in the internal table. Okay, up to 10 records it will come. Okay, up to 10 records will come, because in the data set I'm taking 10 records only. So here 10 records came now. In this internal table, 10 records are filling. Okay, and now click on F5 button. See, it is coming exit here. I mean, else condition is satisfying. So exit is there. Click on F5 button. So it is coming to the end do. Okay, directly it is exiting from the looping statement. There is it. Fine. Now exit came here. Okay, exit syntax came here. Now close the data set. 10 records are coming in the internal table, right? So now we have to use this internal table. We are fetching something data from the Excel sheet, right? So we are giving something F4 help button. After that one, I am converting the data by using text to convert XLS to SAP like that. Okay, so in place of that one, we have to write this code. Okay, this code we have to write. Open data set lbn square. I mean the file path is this one, and for input in text mode encoding default, and this code we have to write to pick the data from the application server. Okay, so sometimes in the interview they may ask the question, so what is the transaction code for the application server? What is the use of that one? Okay, application server transaction code is AL11, and what is the use of that one means? So instead of taking the data from the Excel sheet, I want to save the data in one server. Okay, I want to save the data in the server. For example, Excel sheet is there. Okay, so Excel sheet is in your desktop. Okay, but another user want to upload the data. At that time, he cannot contact you. So you are in the morning shift and he will come in the night shift. Okay, so at that time he cannot contact you. So if you maintain the data, if you maintain the data in the application server, then anyone can use the data. Okay, that is the main advantage here. Okay, so we are saving the data in one location, global location. Anyone can use that data. Okay, and if you maintain the data in your system, in your local system, in Excel sheet, WordPad, Notepad, like that, so other guys cannot use the data. Okay, you are the only one person to use the data. So I want to keep the data in the application server, anyone can use that one. Okay. So that is the main advantage here. So they may ask you the syntaxes, open dataset and close dataset, you have to tell. Okay, this is the application server. Okay, how to use the application server, and I mean how to pass the data to the application server, and how can we read the data from the application server, like that. And these are the dictionaries, right? So if you want to add any dictionary like this, see f on the f semicolon user, this is the folders are coming here, right? So how can we create one more folder here, folder within folder, like that? Okay, till now what I have done, so just assume this is a folder. Okay, so this is the folder. In this folder I am providing something file. Okay, like this, click on new button and click on here. It is not coming, new is not coming, because this is a different server, it's not my own server. Okay, this is different system. Okay, here I can create something, a file. Okay, file like notepad, like that I can create here. Where is it? We create here notepad. This is the notepad, save it. Okay, in the desktop I'm saving. Okay, XYZ I'm taking, click on save button.